gonna launch my thing. And you know, you have like, it's really happening. And then you hit publish. And then you make a sandwich. It's like it's a very, not everybody gets that. That is our thing.
This is Rumble Strip. I'm Erica Heilman.
Did you know that none of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were from the Jurassic period?
No.
They were all from the Triassic period, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, like the T-Rex, the Velociraptors, none of those are from the Jurassic, I'm pretty sure.
Did you know the farthest place from any McDonald's is in the middle of Nevada?
Why would they
Like
call
most
it that then?
Sounds better than Cretaceous Park?
Did you know Rhode Island grows by 3% during low tide?
Am I wrong?
Did you know Maine is the closest state to Africa? The shortest out of the tallest buildings in each state is in Vermont at a whopping 11 stories.
Space. What was it that you were talking about in the first one about deep space?
About how the universes are all snow globes?
Do you look back and feel somewhat impressed?
At how spot on my answer was? Yes.
I think that in space, I think it's much different than what astronomers think. I think the whole solar system is in a tiny speck of space, which is in an atom of another world, and their whole space is in an atom of another world, and that goes on in infinity. Everybody on the news thinks that space goes on forever, but how is that even possible, that there's infinite space and that we have to be part of something else? It could be like a snow globe thing of space, but it's our space. And then that world that person's in is in another one, and another one, and another one. And after you do the snow globe thing a billion times, there's a person with that snow globe, and he's just like me, except he thinks about it the other way around. What if there's a person in this, and a person in this, and a person in this?
This is the first time this has ever happened to me. This is an honor. Thank you. Yeah, I make a show. My name is Erica Heilman, and oh yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you. That's great. Thank you. My show is called Rumble Strip, and I make it in my closet in East Calais, Vermont. And it was I didn't know we were going to get to hear Leland, and I feel happy that we heard Leland. Anyway, Leland is my neighbor, and I've been interviewing him since he was about 11. He's 20 now, and we get together in the spring every year, and we talk about how school was. We talk about pork shortages. We talk about who died that year, and we talk about his summer plans. And I started this show back before the first serial, so it was a long time ago, and before most people knew what podcasting was. And I didn't have an audience, and I didn't have an audience I didn't even have, my family didn't even listen to my show for like 2 years. I would ask them to, and sometimes they would, but I loved it. It was thrilling because there were no rules. There were no FCC guidelines. There was no programming director standing at the gate or, telling me what I could or couldn't do, or what was good or what wasn't good. And there were no time limits. There was no prescribed format, so we just were playing. And I didn't even know what I was making. I didn't know what I was going to make, and it's taken me a really long time. It's taken me over 10 years to figure out what I'm doing. And I think that over the years, I realized that I want to make shows about non-famous people doing ordinary things. I want people to recognize themselves in people who are very unlike themselves. And I think I even want people to fall in love with other people who they don't even like very much. And so I'm still making this show 10 years later, and I'm still making it in my closet. And things have changed a lot things have gotten quite dark in the last 10 years, and I'm feeling very worried that we are at a tipping point where we're not real to each other anymore, or we're getting close to that point. And it seems more important to me than ever that we find ways to find each other across cultural divides and across class divides, and that we sort of wade into each other's stories with curiosity and with humility and with a sense of humor. I make this show all by myself, as many of you do, and our shows have a particular sound and feel to them that you can't make up, because they come out of one head and one heart. And we also all have, it's incredible to be in a room full of people who have this experience, which is you're home alone and you're getting close to being done with your thing, and you're like, it's almost like a soundtrack is building, and it's like, I'm almost done with my thing, and it's coming close to the time when I gonna launch my thing, and you have it's really happening, and then you hit publish, and then you make a sandwich. It's like it's a very, not everybody gets that. I think that is our thing. So our things are imperfect, and the things that we make are idiosyncratic. The things that we make are very personal. They're always surprising, and sometimes they're transcendent in a way that nothing else can be, or things that are not independent. They are sometimes luminous and sometimes even numinous. So there are people in closets and barns and basements everywhere figuring out what they do that only they can do. And I am so grateful to the Independent Media Initiative for recognizing the power of this kind of work that we make, for giving us a place to practice and to grow and to shine. And I'm really honored to be among the first recipients. I want to really thank Stuart and Elaine a lot. And I also want to thank Amelia Meath and Tobin Anderson and Scott Carrier for being very patient with me for a lot of years in making what I do. And I mostly want to thank Leland. So thank you all very much. Appreciate it.